Okay, so here we have a set of polygons that we've already predetermined are similar. Okay, and so you can see the shape, and we're looking for the missing side, the one with the question mark. And so we have to figure out what's going on. How do we make both of these shapes proportional to each other? So there's two ways you can do that, okay? You can make a proportion with corresponding sides. And what that simply means is if I look, right, corresponding sides would mean the 8 and the 16 are corresponding, kind of like corresponding angles, angles that are in the same place on the same side of the line. So corresponding sides are sides that are in the same position. So the proportion between 8 and 16 needs to be the same proportion between this and 12. Okay, so 8 over 16 is the same as, I'm going to put an X, because I don't know it, over 12. Now, multiple ways you could look at this. I'm going to show you what I consider to be the surefire way, or the way that's really hard to mess up, and we call it cross multiplication and division, or the butterfly method. So I'm going to multiply 8 times 12, which equals 96, and then 16 times x, which is 16x. So butterfly method, the reason we call it that is if I cross multiply, okay, makes it look like a mathematical butterfly. So I'm going to say 96 equals 16x, and I'm going to divide on both sides, and I'm going to say x equals 6. And I'm going to plug this back in. 8 over 16 is the same as 1/2. 8 over 16 equals 1/2. And 6 over 12 also equals 1/2. They are proportionally the same. The other thing I could do is this. I could come up with a proportion between the sides. So I'm going to just move my paper up, and I'm going to say x over 8 is the same as 12 over 16. Now, I like to do it, I'm going to slide my paper down a little so we can see. Now, I also like to do it this way because I can immediately see a relationship. So, in order for something to be proportional, it means it's being multiplied by the same thing in the numerator and the denominator. So I know that 8 times 2 equals 16, which means I'm also looking for a number times 2 that equals 12. And I know that that number is 6. 6 times 2. And so I can say x equals 6, and when I do the proportion, I'll say 6 over 8, which is the same as 3 over 4, and 12 over 16, divide both of these by 4, divide by 4, divide by 4, and that's also 3 over 4. So the missing side length is 6.